Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you're stressing because you need a loan, you're in a hard situation right now, you're scared you may be losing your job or you already lost your job, but you know you're going to be receiving unemployment benefits, I'm going to show you some of the best places you should take a look at. Now, the first one is Reprise Financial. All right. And as you can see here with Reprise Financial, their loans go from 2,500 up to 25,000. All right. Now, I want to share something with you. If you are self employed and this is your primary income, they will not accept that. However, if this is secondary income, they will work with you. Another thing that I want to share with you all, if you are self-employed, guys, you're leaving money on the table because there's a lot of companies out there in which I'll show you a few that will actually give you a loan even if you have bad credit, but you can show proof of income. Now, the best way to fix that, I always tell people, if you're working for like Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, or anything like that, or you're a barber or something like that, then what you want to do, you want to actually register yourself as a business, okay? And then you want to have all the income paid to your EIN number, and then you become an employee of the business and have the company cut you a check. This will not only help you qualify for loans, but you'll be able to qualify for a mortgage, right? So you'll be able to get access to more funding. Even if you have bad credit, the lenders out in the market will be willing to work with you because you properly structured yourself. And if you need help with this, you can type paycheck below and I'll be able to help you set that up. One other thing about Reprise Financial is that they're not in all 50 states, okay? And so as you can see here, these are all the states that they service. So if you're not in one of these here states, they cannot service you. Also, adding to that, like certain states, they have a minimum amount they can start out loaning, and the minimum for like Georgia is $3,500. So that's something also to keep in mind. For you guys that are still actively employed with the federal government, okay, you all may or may not know that you actually can get an emergency hardship loan as well because you're federal employees. There's an actual program that does not focus on your credit score. Okay. So that's the thing about it. So you want to check this out. It's feea.org. If you go there for your federal employees, they would be able to help you qualify for a hardship loan. Another lender for you guys that need a hardship loan and you have a debt to income above 55%. And the reason I say that is because banks and credit unions, when you are above 55%, a lot of banks and credit unions see you as a high risk. However, Achieve, they will work with you if you are close to 70%. All right. And as you can see here, 50,000. They're not only focused on the credit score, they actually focus on the actual income. Now, usually with these type of lenders, I would say your minimum income after taxes usually is about $2,500 a month, okay, for this type of lender. Another place you guys may want to check out for a hardship loan is Max Personal Loans. Now, Max Personal Loans, as you can see, goes from 2,600 up to 50,000. Now, with Max Personal Loans, your income after taxes usually at least $1,000 a month after taxes. Okay. Now, one of the things about it, Max Personal Loans is a tribal lender. So their interest rates is definitely going to be much higher than your traditional banks and credit unions. And for those of you that want to know what states they operate in, here's the list of states that they operate in. Okay. So that way, if you have any questions, if you're not on this list, then I would definitely not encourage you to actually apply for this lender. I have other lenders. Here's another thing for you guys that are looking for a hardship loan to catch up on some bills, to get your car paid, one of the things you can do is go to your HR and request this here form. This is a W-4 form, okay? And it's going to stop the federal government from taking federal income taxes out of your check. And I usually tell people when you fall into a financial burden, you want to do this for 3 to 4 months, okay? By you doing this for 3 to 4 months, it will give you enough income to actually catch up on some bills. All right. So this is one of your resources you definitely should take a look at. Now, there's another thing you should do. If you have a car payment, call up your bank, call up your lender, and ask if you can skip a car payment. And what they usually will do when you skip a car payment, even like with your credit unions, if you have a loan with them, they would even like allow you to skip a loan payment. So you would have to reach out to your credit union to see if they actually offer that program. But I know a lot of credit unions do that as well. What happens is when you skip a payment, it doesn't mess up your credit score. What they do, they take that payment that's due that month and they'll put it back on the back end of the loan. Okay. So that's what happens. And that way you will have some extra income to get caught up on some bills. Another resource for you guys that need help with hardship loans and you need help with paying bills, you can go to findhelp.org and you would put in your zip code. All you do is just put in your zip code and they would tell you all the resources that are in your city or your available area. Okay. And like they will help with food, housing, other types of goods, transportation. So they give you a list of resources to actually help you to get caught up on some bills, to get back on your feet. So there's many resources, but this is the best place for you guys to take a look at. For those of you that feel you're in threat of falling behind on your rent and things of that nature, you can go to the U.S. Department of Treasury as well. And they have a rental assistance program that you can actually reach out to. So when you go there, you click on this, and then what their instructions is, you will contact 211. And so with 211, they're going to be able to help you not only with rent resources, but also to pay your utility bills. By the way, speaking of utility bills, you can also call your utility company as well, and they have resources to where they may be able to extend you paying your bills also. So that's a resource for you guys as well. Another place that you all want to take a look at is Upstart. Okay. And so with Upstart, again, they say that you can check your rates and stuff without a hard pull on your credit. Now, usually they say you need at least a 560 credit score. But here's the thing I would tell you with Upstart, they're more likely going to look at your LexisNexis. Okay. So the information that's on the application is very important to make sure the accuracy of it. Now, again, the minimum income I would tell you guys is have at least $30,000 or more annually in order to qualify for their type of loans. But you can see that their loans go from 1,000 up to 50,000. All right. Here's my thing about it with this here as well. With these type of lenders, they do offer fair interest rates or whatever, but the information on the application, because they usually want you to have at least a credit file of at least 3 years, okay, with at least two accounts. All right. Now, how do you get that when you just building up your credit, but you are paying rent? Right. I'm going to show you. One of the easiest ways for you to age your credit file is to use like Rent Reporter, right? And the way that you do that is that you will connect your bank account when you're paying your rent and stuff to them. And so say that you've been paying your rent for the past 3 years or 5 years, right? But you never got credit for it, so it never showed up as a trade line. So what you want to do, you want to either get a credit card when you have bad credit or a secured credit card when you have bad credit and put that money on it instead of doing Zelle or Venmo or something to somebody, then you want to connect that account with plastic. Okay, when you connect that account with plastic, what happens with that credit card? They will actually send that check over to whoever you're paying your rent with, and now they can actually track it. All right, so that's how you actually will be able to not only this will allow you to aid your credit file, but you will also be able to add points to your credit score as well, and be able to show proof to help you qualify for a mortgage as well. When you need a hardship and you have bad credit and nobody wants to work with you, I would tell you some of the easiest credit cards you may qualify for. One of them is Reflex, and as you can see, it goes up to $1,000, right? Now, another credit card that you can Surge, okay? And their credit cards go up to $1,000 as well. So again, these are credit cards when you have bad credit and you have a hardship and you need money right away to pay some bills and stuff. And with these here cards, you usually would be able to get access to the number right then and there to be able to use it sometimes. All right. Another lender that you all should take a look at, because they have a high debt to income ratio up to 75%, is universal credit. Again, they say you need a 560 credit score. I would tell you at least make sure that your income is above 30,000 annually. All right. So that's not a whole lot of income, but I would definitely tell you that. But they actually are very flexible as well, and you can actually pre-qualify with no hard pull on the credit. Another place that you can actually look and see if you qualify is through Opportune, okay, for a hardship loan. The reason is with Opportune, they are a CDFI, Community Development Financial Institute. And as you can see, their loans go from 300 up to 10,000. All right. And so they make it very easy for you to get approved. The minimum income that you would need with them is at least $500. Now, they're not in all 50 states. Another place, if you need a hardship loan, you may want to take a look at Viva loans, okay? And as you can see, they go from 100 up to 15,000 as well. So this is definitely another place that you can actually take a look at. Another place that may be able to help you if you have a high debt to income ratio, but not the best credit, and that is Net Credit. Okay, their personal loans go up to 10,000. They do a soft pull, and if you actually accept the loan, they do a hard pull on your Experian. But they also offer the line of credit as well. And I always tell people if they offer the line of credit, I would actually take the line of credit. The reason is because they only charge you interest on what you actually use. So if you get the $4,500 and you only use $2,000, they only charge you interest on that $2,000. And another thing about the line of credit, once you get approved for it, you can use it, pay it back, use it, pay it back without reapplying. All right. So that's the reason I like this here. Here's a platform that you want to take a look at. This is Big Buck Loans. And as you can see, their loans go from 100 up to 5,000. But if you're on low income, you don't have the best credit, they will be able to help you. They are a platform. They use tribal lenders to help you qualify for a loan. But one of the things about it that I do like about them is that the loans that they actually offer is the interest rate is 5.99 to 35.99. Another platform for you guys with low income, bad credit to get a loan is through Viva Payday Loans. Now, with Viva Payday Loans, you can see they go from 100 up to 5,000. The loans go from 2 months up to 24 months. But again, the interest rate is 5.99 to 35.99. As I mentioned earlier about you guys that are self employed, if you need a loan and you have bad credit, Giggle Finance is probably going to be your top choice. They go up to $5,000. Now, here's the things of what I mean no credit requirements. So they're not focused on the credit. You do have to show that you are bringing income in is being deposited in a active checking account. You have to have that active checking account open for at least 90 days with deposit. Now, I usually tell people the minimum income usually is about $1,200 to $1,500 a month. All right. And these are the type of businesses they work with. So if you're on this list, they will be able to help you. All right. Now, again, for those that are self employed, or if you need help with personal credit funding, business credit funding, or needing some negative items removed from the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one on one consultation. Thank you.